Japanese cinema has always pushed the limits of storytelling and style, especially when it comes to action. From crime dramas to martial arts thrillers, these films don't just entertain, they leave a lasting mark with unforgettable characters and breathtaking sequences. Today, we bring to you some of the best examples that define what a Japanese action masterpiece truly is. Let us know about your fave pick in the comments, and hit the subscribe button for more. Hydra is a stripped-down action film that feels like a masterclass in precision. Released in 2019, the film is directed by Kensuke Sonomura and stars Masanori Mimoto as Takashi. Takashi is a quiet man who works at a small bar in Tokyo, but in the past, he was a deadly assassin. Unlike most action films filled with explosions and flashy stunts, Hydra focuses on realism. The fight choreography, crafted by Sonomura himself, is brutally efficient. You'll feel every punch and every kick, and the knife slashes feel really authentic. The story is deliberately simple, almost meditative, focusing on Takashi's attempt to leave his violent past behind, while forces from the underworld keep pulling him back. Praised for its minimalist style, Hydra can be a refreshing break from over-the-top action blockbusters. Hydra is a must-watch for action enthusiasts who appreciate clean, technically flawless fight design. Baby Assassins. Nice Days is a stylish but surprisingly heartfelt entry into modern Japanese action cinema. Directed by Yugo Sakamoto, the film continues the story of two teenage contract killers, Chisato and Mahiro, played by Akari Takaishi and Saori Izawa. On the surface, their lives are ordinary. They live, they bicker, and they fight everyday problems. But their ordinary is always complicated by hit jobs and violent confrontations, sometimes deadly rivals. The film stands out in the way it balances slice-of-life humor with slick action choreography. The fight scenes are inventive and well-paced, showing off both Izawa's and Takaishi's martial arts skills. At the same time, the friendship at the heart of the movie keeps things emotionally moving. The film was warmly received at action festivals, praised for its balance of comedy and character-driven storytelling. It's proof that Japanese cinema can blend genres seamlessly, giving us assassins who feel like ordinary people instead of just cold-blooded killers.
全てが予測不能、誰にも止められないノンストップクライムエンターテインメント。マッドドッグで始まって。
Released in 2022 and directed by Masato Harada, Hell Dogs brings out the darkness of Japan's crime world. The story centers on undercover cop Shogo Kanetaka, played by Junichi Okada, who infiltrates a violent Yakuza clan. Though the film starts as a typical infiltration tale, it quickly transforms into a gritty and bloody exploration of corruption and betrayal. The action is raw, with bone-crunching fight scenes and shootouts that feel chaotic and dangerous.
兄貴、こいつらもやっちゃいますか。
Harada doesn't hold back on violence, and the film's atmosphere is drenched in noir-style grit. Okada delivers a magnetic performance, showing both the ruthless efficiency of an undercover enforcer and the inner conflict of a man losing his hold on morality. Hell Dogs gained international attention for its brutal realism and unflinching portrayal of organized crime. Critics compared it to classic Yakuza films of the 1970s, praising how it modernized the genre without losing its bite. Directed by Yugo Sakamoto, A Janitor is one of those hidden gems that takes a simple premise and makes it unforgettable. The story follows Yuma, a school janitor with a mysterious past, played with quiet intensity by Tsuyoshi Kusanagi. By day, Yuma is an unassuming worker who goes unnoticed, but by night he transforms into a fighter, using his lethal skills to protect vulnerable students from threats that most adults ignore. A A Janitor will give you a different taste, with its blend of gritty realism with almost comic book heroics. The fight sequences are choreographed with creativity, making use of everyday objects like brooms, buckets, and cleaning supplies as weapons. The film also focuses on redemption and justice, giving emotional depth to what could have been just another action flick. The film earned respect among indie film fans and was praised for its inventive style. Demon City takes Japanese action into the supernatural realm. Directed by Shinsuke Sato, the film works with intense martial arts and mixes it with fantasy horror. Set in a dystopian version of Tokyo, overrun by demonic forces, the story follows Ryo, a young warrior who must rise against supernatural enemies after his mentor is slain. Sato uses his signature style of large-scale action and CGI spectacle, but he focuses on chaos with strong performances from Kento Yamazaki and Suzu Hirose. The film mixes sword fights and supernatural creatures with explosive set pieces, creating something that's both thrilling and terrifying. Early festival reviews praised the ambitious world building and relentless pacing, calling it a bold attempt to merge genres. While still fresh, Demon City is already being hailed as a standout Japanese action masterpiece of 2025. Directed by Hiroshi Shinagawa, 11 Rebels is a wild, chaotic ride that brings you gang drama with explosive action. The story follows a group of young misfits, each with their own troubled past, who band together against corrupt forces that dominate their city. The film stands apart with its exciting energy. The fights are messy, and the emotions are raw. Shinagawa infuses the film with a punk rock attitude, giving it the feel of a modern-day street epic. The cast, led by Ryo Yoshizawa, brings a youthful edge to the story, making their struggles both relatable and intense. The choreography is less about clean, polished moves and more about growing chaos, which fits perfectly with the tone. The film resonated with younger audiences in Japan, who praised it for its rebellious spirit. 11 Rebels shows us that action can be both thrilling and emotional, capturing the fire of youth clashing against power. Directed by Takashi Yamazaki, Godzilla Minus One brought Japan's most famous kaiju roaring back to life with a deeply emotional twist. Set in post-World War II Japan, the film follows Koichi Shikishima, a kamikaze pilot wrestling with survivor's guilt, played powerfully by Ryunosuke Kamiki. When Godzilla emerges, he doesn't come as a monster, but as a symbol of overwhelming destruction. Koichi stands at a place where he must confront his own inner demons alongside the external threat. Yamazaki masterfully balances breathtaking monster action with human drama, making the spectacle meaningful. The visual effects were widely praised, earning international acclaim and even winning the Academy Award for Best Visual Effects in 2024, which is a historic first for Japan. Godzilla Minus One isn't just about kaiju battles, it's about resilience and grief that gives you the will to rebuild. Bad City, directed by Kensuke Sonomura, is a hard-hitting neo-noir film that embraces the idea of classic Yakuza films. The story follows Tarada, a disgraced detective played by action legend Hitoshi Ozawa. We see Tarada being released from prison to take down a corrupt corporate tycoon and his criminal empire. The action is raw and relentless, with fight scenes that show the dirty side of street combat. Ozawa brings gravitas to the role, giving Tarada the weight of experience and regret. Bad City stands out for its blend of old-school Yakuza tropes with modern choreography, creating something both nostalgic and fresh. The film gained recognition at action festivals, with praises for Sonomura's direction and the brutal, unpolished feel of the fights. Keiichi Otomo's Rurouni Kenshin marked a turning point in live-action anime adaptations, proving that they can succeed both critically and commercially. Based on the beloved manga, the film stars Takeru Sato as Himura Kenshin, a wandering swordsman who has vowed never to kill again after his bloody past as an assassin. But when ruthless enemies threaten peace, Kenshin again wields his reverse blade sword to protect the innocent. The action sequences are breathtaking, with fluid swordplay that captures the grace of anime while giving it cinematic realism. Sato's performance brings warmth and quiet strength, making Kenshin one of the most beloved action heroes of Japanese cinema. The film was a massive box office success in Japan, grossing over $60 million. Praised for its choreography and emotional depth, the film remains true to the source material. Rurouni Kenshin isn't just a good adaptation, it's a defining Japanese action masterpiece that opened windows for a new universe. Based on the hit manga, the Fable films bring to life the story of a legendary hitman who's ordered to live like a normal citizen. Junichi Okada stars as the titular assassin who tries to adapt to everyday life while constantly being dragged back into violent conflicts. Directed by Kaneguchi, the films balance deadpan comedy with sharp, thrilling action. Okada's portrayal is both hilarious and badass, shifting seamlessly between clueless civilian antics and bone-crunching combat scenes.
Fable.
The first film was a commercial success, leading to Fable, The Killer Who Doesn't Kill in 2021, which expanded the story with bigger action set pieces and emotional stakes. Both films were praised for their inventive choreography and fresh take on the hitman genre. Audiences especially loved the balance of humor and intensity, making the Fable series one of the standout modern Japanese action franchises. Directed by Takashi Miike, Crows Zero is pure chaos in the best of ways. Based on the manga named Crows, the film follows Genji Takiya, played by Shun Oguri. Genji is a new transfer student aiming to conquer Suzuran, the most violent high school in Japan. The school is notorious for its constant gang wars, and Genji must fight his way through rival factions to establish dominance. Miki infuses the film with his trademark energy, with loud and stylish action that is unapologetically violent.
何のために暴れてんだよ。
The fight scenes are messy and raw, filled with adrenaline that captures the brutality of teenage gangs. Despite its violent core, the film has moments of unexpected humor and camaraderie, making it more than just a brawl fest. Crows Zero was a box office hit in Japan and became a cult favorite overseas, inspiring sequels and influencing a wave of delinquent action films. It's the kind of movie that makes chaos look beautiful and unforgettable.
The territory. Now why would you do that for these fucking chaps?
Takeshi Kitano's Brother is a unique cross-cultural Yakuza film that blends Japanese and American crime cinema. Kitano himself stars as Yamamoto, a displaced Yakuza enforcer who travels to Los Angeles after his clan is destroyed in Japan. There, he joins forces with his half-brother, played by Claude Maki, and builds a new criminal empire among local gangs. The film juxtaposes Kitano's signature quiet, contemplative style with bursts of shocking violence.
How's that? You can't feel anything, can you?
The result is a story about loyalty and alienation that brings the harsh reality of crime to life. Brother has been reappraised as an important piece of Kitano's filmography since its release. Its blend of Japanese stoicism with the gritty streets of LA makes it a fascinating and bold experiment. The film's tragic ending resonates deeply, reminding audiences that the world of crime offers no true victories.